Yamadera is a scenic temple located in the mountains northeast of Yamagata City. The temple grounds extend high up a steep mountainside, from where there are great views down onto the valley. The temple was founded over 1,000 years ago, in 860, as a temple of the Tendai sect under the official name Risshakuji. Its popular name, Yamadera, literally means mountain temple in Japanese. The base of the mountain is located about a 5-minute walk from the Yamadera train station, and there are several shops and restaurants, which cater to the temple's visitors. There is also a small visitor center, just across the bridge along the way from the station to the temple. During the early Heian period, 794 to 1185, the emperor sent one of the country's most important Buddhist priests to the country's frontier in the Tohoku region. That priest, Jikaku Daishi, founded Yamadera, which at the time was part of the Dua province at the very northern extreme of the national borders. Yamadera is also known for a visit by the famous poet Basho, who composed one of his most enduring haiku there. During Basho's journey into northern Japan in the late 1600s, he stopped at Yamadera and composed a short poem about the stillness and silence of the area. Today, a statue of Basho and a rock inscription of his famous poem can be found in the lower area of the temple grounds. Located around the base of the mountain are several temple buildings, including Kaisando Hall, Yamadera's main hall. The Beechwood building is the temple's oldest, and stores Buddhist statues and a flame that is said to have been burning since the temple's foundation. The flame had been brought from Risshakuji Temple in Kyoto, the head temple of the Tendai sect, to which Yamadera belongs. Also around the mountain's base stands a small treasure house that requires an entrance fee. To reach the upper area of the temple grounds, visitors must hike up a trail that leads up the mountainside. The ascent takes about 30 minutes and begins after the Sanmon Gate, located a couple minutes' walk from the main hall. The stone path up the mountain has about 1,000 steps, which might make the approach difficult for some visitors. There are stone lanterns and small statues in the surrounding forest along the way that make for an atmospheric hike. Near the top, the route passes by the massive Mita-ora rock, which is shaped like Amida Buddha. Shortly after, visitors will reach the Nyaman Gate, built in the 19th century and one of the temple's newer buildings, from where the upper temple area begins. Past the Nyaman Gate, there are many temple buildings at various points along the mountainside. The area is open and affords wonderful views out into the valley, in contrast to the lack of views along the ascent through the forest. One of Yamadera's most famous buildings, the Kaisando Hall, and the smaller, adjacent Nokyodo building are located up and to the left of the gate. The Kaisando Hall is dedicated to the temple's founder, Jikaku Daishi, while the Nokyodo was used for copying sutra. Past the Kaisando Hall, there are more stairs that lead up to the Godaido Hall, an observation deck with the best views onto the valley below. The building dates back to the early 1700s and extends out over the cliff. Hiking beyond the Godaido Hall is not possible, but there is a path that leads from the Nyaman Gate further into the mountain to the Okanoin area. Takahata is a small town situated in the southern part of Yamagata Prefecture. Surrounded by mountains, Takahata is blessed with a mild climate and abundant precipitation throughout the year, making it suitable for agriculture. In fact, agriculture is one of the main industries of Takahata, with its famed produce like Delaware grapes and La France pears can be found in supermarkets nationwide during their respective seasons. With the opening of the Yamagata Shinkansen in 1992, access to Takahata from Tokyo became much easier, as there are now direct trains. The 10-kilometer-long Maharoba Ryakudo Greenway is a greenway developed on the site of the former Yamagata-Katsu Takahata line, a railroad that was discontinued in 1974. Stretching from JR Takahata Station to Lake Hirusawa, in spring, approximately 700 cherry trees bloom along the Maharoba Greenway, making it an ideal place for cycling and strolling. Bicycles can be rented at Takahata Station to complete the trip in 2 to 3 hours. Cyclists often relax at the Teiokan Onsen, hot springs bath, at the end of their visit, and some even stay the night at the onsen hotel. Both hotel and onsen are part of the station complex, making it convenient for tourists traveling by train. A pioneer of modern Japanese children's literature, Hamada Hirasuke was born in 1893 as the eldest son of a farming family in Takahata. He studied at the English department of Waseda University, and wrote fairy tales for over 50 years. He left behind 1,000 exceptional works and is known as the Japanese Hans Christian Andersen. His fairy tales, including his debut work Golden Rice Bundle, The Starling's Dream, The Crying Red Ogre, and Tears in the Dragon's Eyes, are said to have been inspired by his hometown, blessed with abundant nature, and his deep love for his mother. The Hamada Hirasuke Memorial Museum was built in May 1989 to convey Hirasuke's simple, pure, kind, and poetic fairy tales to the 21st century. In addition to the display of Hirasuke's belongings and original manuscripts, the fairy tale room also features a multi-screen theater, a reading room, and a cafe, making it a facility that can be enjoyed by both children and adults. His childhood home was relocated to this site and is open to the public. Inishi no Sato has been inhabited by indigenous people since the Jomon period, and many ruins are currently being excavated. The historical park is a place where you can see the reproduction of the living space of the Jomon period and look back on the landscape from that time. Located within the park is a Kutsu Hachiman shrine, with its impressive 3-story pagoda, and the Prefectural Archaeological Museum that houses artifacts discovered during excavation work. Takahata, surrounded by mountains, boasts rich natural landscapes and is renowned for rice farming and grape cultivation. The town leads the nation in the municipal-level production of Chardonnay and Delaware grapes, which are commonly used in winemaking. Founded in 1990, Takahata Winery specializes in crafting wines that highlight the unique characteristics of grapes from different regions. The winery has garnered numerous awards at prestigious wine competitions, both domestically and internationally. Their broad range of wines caters to everyone from beginners to connoisseurs. The flagship brand, Lady of Maharoba, includes a red wine known for its perfect balance of sweetness and bitterness and a white wine characterized by its aromatic citrusy acidity. Both wines have been popular since the winery's inception. The winery's diverse lineup also features wines made from Chardonnay and Pinot Noir grapes grown in their own vineyards, rich oak barrel-aged wines, collaborative products with local growers, and fruit wines made from cherries, La France pears, and peaches.